The term flying monkeys denotes a situation where someone carries out the actions of another person, often a narcissist, on their behalf. It's reminiscent of the scary flying monkeys from The Wizard of Oz. The expression, flying monkey, was first used because of the flying monkeys in The Wizard of Oz, who were under the Wicked Witch of the West's command and opposed Dorothy and her friends. These monkeys were sent by the witch to carry out her unpleasant tasks, and this term is now linked to those who end up doing a narcissist's harmful deeds. Flying monkeys get caught up in a narcissist's plan, usually to harm someone else. Narcissists may employ flying monkeys as intermediaries, conveying information between different parties. The flying monkey might utilize manipulation tactics like gaslighting, physical aggression, and guilt-tripping to inflict emotional distress on someone while boosting the narcissist. They often get involved in supporting the narcissist's arguments. Narcissists take pleasure in having at least one flying monkey because it grants them a sense of importance and allows them to project an image of superiority over those caught up in the unpleasant aspects of the drama on both sides. Narcissists frequently recruit their flying monkeys from within their own families, including siblings, spouses, and children. Even close friends or colleagues can become flying monkeys. We've probably all encountered bosses or political leaders who rely on a group of willing supporters. This common narcissistic tactic involves enlisting the victim's friends and family to spy on them and spread rumors, all the while portraying the narcissist as the victim and their target as the wrongdoer. To maintain the facade of control and manipulation over you, the narcissist will make use of intermediaries. As soon as they meet you, narcissists commence a process of influencing your friends and family. Initially, the narcissist assesses them and their connection with you to gauge the strength of your bonds. In the beginning, they may openly express their love for you and the belief that you're destined to be together to your friends and family. This assessment is a way to determine whether your friends promptly relay this information back to you. On the surface, it may seem kind and affectionate, but the narcissist is actually testing the degree of control they have over your loved ones. Over time, the information they share with your friends and family may contain elements of truth. However, the narcissist has now shifted to talking negatively about you behind your back. They may focus on statements such as, "Nancy is such a skilled storyteller that I can never tell when she's making something up." This statement sets the stage for a future scenario where you start disclosing the narcissist's deceit, infidelity, and behavior to your friends. The initial doubt has been planted, causing your own friends and family to question the accuracy of your claims about the narcissist as their perception shifts from positive to negative. After the discard phase, the final step of this flying monkey stage takes place. This is the moment when you most desperately need the support of your friends and family. However, due to the bond the narcissist has cultivated with them, the narcissist promptly turns to them and spreads false information about you. Whatever the narcissist did wrong, they will shift the blame onto you. Afterward, they will spread untruths while highlighting your positive attributes. This blend of hurtful falsehoods is particularly damaging because it undermines our most cherished qualities. Your friends are likely to buy into the narcissist's facade of playing the victim. The narcissist has deliberately targeted the most vulnerable connections within your circle of friends, those who are the most easily manipulated. These flying monkeys can also help spread the smear campaign, further isolating you and hindering you from receiving the support you need. To clarify, a flying monkey can also serve as a messenger to convey the narcissist's affection for you and their desire for reconciliation. They act as messengers carrying out the narcissist's instructions to reach out to you. This tactic involves your friends becoming involved in the manipulation to win you back or, at the very least, to maintain the appearance that they wished for reconciliation. Now, you end up being portrayed as the wrongdoer. Your friends and family members who have been targeted and exploited by the narcissist are also deceived. The approach a narcissist employs to charm you is identical to the one they employ to enlist your friends as flying monkeys. Some friends may take a negative turn and transform into individuals you'd rather never encounter again. However, others might be salvageable once the initial allure has faded. A genuinely supportive friend would come to you with concerns about what the narcissist has been saying about you. They would inquire to confirm the untruths they've heard and place their trust and belief in you when you provide an explanation. Having an understanding of the concept of flying monkeys doesn't mean you should jump to accusing your friends and family of being one. Such an accusation can lead to unintended consequences. Instead, it's wise to keep a watchful eye on them from a distance to ensure they won't relay information to the narcissist. They will need to rebuild your trust through consistent trustworthy actions. You should also take responsibility for ensuring that the information you share doesn't reach the narcissist, so it's important to safeguard your friends before revealing too much to them. It's important to note that the narcissist, without any regard for anyone, easily discards the flying monkeys once they've achieved their intended harm. There are two categories of flying monkeys. 1. Those who are actively involved and willing, conspirators. 2. Those who are well-meaning but deceived, deluded. Remember that you were once under the spell of this narcissist, just as the flying monkeys might be. When dealing with a flying monkey, exercise extreme caution. Avoid sharing any information that could be used to gather intelligence on the narcissist. In some cases, it might be more prudent to unfriend or block them on social media to prevent them from inadvertently supplying the narcissist with information. These flying monkeys may be compelled to aid the narcissist through surveillance, such as monitoring your activities on social media. If you were the one who terminated the relationship and have chosen to go no contact to recover from the experience, the narcissist might assign 1 or 2 flying monkeys to keep tabs on your social media profiles and relay information about your actions. To prevent this situation, 1. Set your social media profiles to private. 2. Exercise extreme caution when accepting friend requests. 3. Only accept requests from friends of friends. 4. Inquire about these new connections from as many common contacts as possible. 5. Do some background research before granting them access to your social media accounts. It might seem overly cautious, but if you've put in the effort to break free from a narcissist's influence, it's well worth taking these extra steps to safeguard yourself. Before we continue, I want to remind you that if you are finding this information helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and sharing this video with your friends. By following all these measures, you can have confidence that no personal information about you will be revealed to your former partner. Their associates will simply be unable to access any information about you that you haven't chosen to share with the general public. While most of us engage in gossip from time to time, when it reaches an extreme level, and you're the unfortunate target, and this can be emotionally devastating. Regrettably, narcissists and their followers often engage in this form of bullying behavior. It's a rather pathetic and immature act, but if they feel slighted in any way and want to retaliate for your decision to end their control and dominance over you, they may resort to a smear campaign. In case you're not familiar with the concept, the basic idea is to turn others against you. They achieve this by either spreading false stories about terrible things you've supposedly said or done, or by publicizing private information you shared with them back when you were naive enough to trust them. The aim is to punish you for any perceived grievances against them and to ensure that they get the upper hand by portraying you as the villain before you can do the same to them. Flying monkeys can assist in this process by adding to the chorus of negative information circulating about you. After all, an upset ex can be dismissed, But if a variety of people from different social circles are all saying the same thing, that must be true, right? It's disheartening to note that the slander campaign can even involve mutual acquaintances and sometimes even your own family members who the narcissist has charmed during your relationship. Consequently, it can be extremely damaging, leading to the breakdown of numerous important relationships simultaneously. So, how to handle this situation? The phrase, "rise above," may sound cliched and well-worn, but it's quite correct. Instead of retaliating or defending yourself, strive to be the best and most genuine version of yourself. When someone accuses you of mistreating the narcissist, simply express your desire for their happiness and well-being. This will confound the flying monkeys and make them question the accuracy of the information they've received. Essentially, if you don't behave as the terrible person they've been told you are, they are likely to lose interest and move on. It might even awaken some individuals, especially those who knew you prior to your involvement with the narcissist, from their manipulated state and remind them of your true character, as opposed to the image the narcissist has painted. Ignore the negativity, block those who are openly hostile, and continue on your path. Finally, the last tactic that narcissists may use against you is group attacks and interventions. This tactic involves a group of flying monkeys attempting to persuade you that a particular course of action is in your best interest, when in reality, they are representing their interests or those of the narcissist. This is especially common in family settings when the narcissist is a parent, as the narcissistic parent can often poison siblings and extended family members against you. They may falsely portray you as the one who has caused harm, while presenting themselves as blameless. In such situations, you might find yourself in a position where your siblings, cousins, aunts, or even your other parent claim to be fully aware of the issue and assert that they know exactly how you should handle it. How to prevent or put an end to this? If you cannot remove them from your life promptly, the most effective approach is to maintain silence. Recognize their attempts at manipulation, their use of FOG, fear, obligation, and guilt, and refrain from engaging with them. A useful tactic is to encourage them to explain their perspective and the reasoning behind their statements while they are talking. Keep asking questions and gather information from them regarding what they've been told, what they believe, what they want, and so on, but refrain from justifying your own actions or providing your side of the story. Simply by taking this approach, they reveal a lack of interest in your perspective and allow themselves to be fully influenced and controlled by the narcissistic abuser. After they have spoken, you can point out that they have clearly formed their own judgments without ever engaging in a private conversation with you or hearing your side of the story. This means their opinions are baseless, and you have no interest in hearing their viewpoint. This concludes the debate. Simply ensure that you maintain a state of calm and emotional disengagement during the event. Their purpose is to make you uncomfortable and agitated, and if you remain objective, cool, and demonstrate little to no emotional involvement, you will get the upper hand and they will be powerless to influence you. Individuals cannot harm you unless you give them physical or emotional access to you. If you are unable to physically separate yourself from the narcissist and their flying monkeys, you may at the very least emotionally separate yourself. An excellent illustration of this is Aikido's notion of the empty suit. You are an empty vessel that relies entirely on your opponent's energy to win the fight. Exhaust them and then walk away. Indeed, stepping away is ultimately the most effective strategy for permanently removing the narcissist and their monkey followers from your life. This can be extremely tough and unpleasant, especially if the flying monkeys are family members or are inextricably linked to your social life. But you must take care of yourself in whatever way possible. If it involves changing your name, packing your belongings, and relocating across the nation to begin a new life with a clean slate far away from your abuser, by all means do so. If you need a crisis hotline or want to learn more about therapy, please see information below this video in the description section. If you liked our discussion today, your support will be greatly appreciated, so please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with others. Thank you all for watching it, and I hope to see you here next time.